Okay. Let's go down. All right. That's helpful. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Welcome to another Monday night Simul practice with my college group. Of course, you're welcome to join in. If you can see that link and join us. I've got this. We'll be communicating on Zoom with the players decide to join the Zoom meeting. And just getting ready here for the Simul. It's been a crazy day. I'm late to get going here. This note to the Simul people. I guess they didn't like that. Why it didn't go. What about this hotel? Lincoln Peters has joined us. He'll be an incoming freshman guy. He's going to be a freshman at Mizzou. Play on. Kind of new to tournament chess, but he's been playing chess a while. He's got a very strong. He's established a strong rating to start with. So that 2017 is for real. Okay, so wish we could. I'd love to see Lincoln get it a little larger, a little higher in order to be able to maybe have a chance to walk on scholarship with the new team. But his rating's got to get much higher for Coach Trill will consider that, I think. But he is well on his way to establishing himself as a top Missouri player. So, high level Missouri player, I should say. But glad to have Lincoln join us tonight. Dalen, good to see you. You know, I am behind the League Chess Challenge, Correspondence Challenge games done. I'll get back to that when I get back to Columbia tomorrow. So, still working on the database, the Pan Am database with the different opening line possibilities and variations. Soon I will have it close enough that I can turn it loose for y'all to start looking at, start picking through, seeing what you would like, moves you would like to see challenged, variations you'd like to see explored as we prepare for going to Seattle in January to play in the Pan Ams. Missouri S&T. And so be our second trip if we can pull the team together. Sounds like there's the possibility we may actually bring 3 teams this year. I'm hopeful that Lincoln University will also join. So, all right, I'm gonna close off the participants window for the moment. And if someone still talks into Zoom, then I'll try to, let's get this Simul going. Okay. It's been a while since I played Lincoln, so let's see what Lincoln has for me here. Okay, E4. No, this is Dayton, not Lincoln. Lincoln's opening with that. I've been using d5 a lot. I think knight c6 is what I'm supposed to use, but I'm going to play d5 just because I can't. I haven't built a confidence in knight c6 yet. Knight c3. This is Dalen's preferred formation for e4. I believe in our discussion that I'm supposed to. I think we're supposed to balance this game. This is a slow connection. I may lose these games on time. Being settled. That's not surprising. Now that would have been a reason to play knight c6 first. Timing is not going to be what I'd like out of that position. Bishop c4. Okay. So, boy, I could turn this into an Italian. I'm very tempted to turn this into an Italian. Let's see where we go with this. All right, that takes care of the threat. All right, let's just put some subtle pressure on that, and it's really going to make anyone sweat, but just let them know I'm around. Ooh, looks like my connection's kind of weak here. So, guys, I'm just hoping it hangs in there. I'm hoping it hangs in there. Come on. Stay with me. Okay, there's the feed shadow. All right, I'm just going to start building from here. I'm really tempted. You know what? I'm going to play h6. I feel like I need to use that prep line here. d3 opens up. That takes care of that. Now that turns it into a Vienna. So let's treat it like a Vienna, which is probably not what the line really is, but I don't have to though. Yeah, I'm gonna treat it like a Vienna. Okay, now the king castled, all good there. I think I need to be aggressive with this feed setup if I remember. Actually, as I recall, Lincoln's pretty aggressive here. So, see what Lincoln brings to the table this time. Yep, I'll trade it there. I'm good with that trade. That's expected. Over to the bishop barrel. Let's see here. See what we can come up with here. Okay. No, it's joining in there. That's fine. No one's waiting. No one's waiting. Can I watch that to the side? Yeah. I can try monitoring that. You can play there. Okay. Let's go for it. I just can't find a good place for that, so I'm gonna let it go. Okay. Back at my kitty here. Okay. So getting my payments to be done. You know what, square, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to. Okay, bishop f4 seems reasonable development. I'm going to empty out that king shadow. There we go. Lincoln must be using pre-moves. Fair enough. Fair enough. Or my connection's just that slow. Could be this. This is a old hotel here at all. This will be my home during the semester when I come to visit the team. It's nothing special, but it's a bed and a roof. Okay, that's interesting. I'm gonna challenge that. Okay. I still think about chin. I just don't open up that rook file. I'm really not interested in opening that rook file. Okay, there's the trade. I'm going to use the pawn because I want to control that knight and not have to use my knight as guard duty. There's the double. Expect that. Question is going to be, would I kingside or queenside castle against this formation? And I would say it's unclear. What's better there against Lincoln's game? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pin that knight for the moment. All right. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, that opens the queen up. I still don't know which direction a little bit. Play a knight outpost. Just see where things go. Pawn challenge. I am not letting that queen in just yet. So there's that. You can go ahead and tuck. Let's see where he's going with that knight. Knight retreats. Knight retreats. Okay. I would love to play f4 here, but I'm going to play d5 because I don't want to expose myself to the queen check on h5. He can have the g. That just made my decision. I'm going to the queenside castle. All right, let's rock and roll. Okay. This is an eternal question for me. I am going to go ahead and trade this down. I'm going to trade this down. All right. Emails keep pouring in. I think PayPal finally caught up with all my billing for today. I am now officially up to 10 students in Rolla. I need 2 more that will fully fund my coaching trips. Funded. That'd be crazy since we haven't advertised it all. It's just parents advertising, word of mouth. It's been, you know what, that's how it worked in Columbia. That's how my business got started. One parent told another parent. Very soon I'm teaching for 7 days. All right. I normally don't trade a knight for 2 pawns, but this is a tactical formation that one of my students' fathers had me test a few years ago. And I decided that there are times when it makes sense to do it. Queen's going to shuffle here, so I'm going to be ready for that shuffle here. Now it's a race. Who can be faster? Who can be faster? Lincoln on the queen side or me on the king side? It's really what it's going to come down to. That's what it's going to come down to. And Lincoln is with the king position on g2. He's positioned to be able to flex his rooks and queen both directions. So he can certainly shift back and forth. There's a lot of tactical flexibility in this position that Lincoln has. So you can't underestimate the idea of reversals. Queen there. All right, now the knight can handle that. The knight can handle that. I don't see anything that's going to put extra pressure on the knight just yet. So I'm going to proceed as planned with g5. See, Lincoln's going to position this queen. There's a lot of different ways that Lincoln can come after this. And I just have to be smart about where I allocate my defensive power here. Make sure that I'm reflecting the threat lines that Lincoln proposes. Okay. This is a very interesting position. Very interesting position. I was confident Lincoln was going to bring something interesting. Do, do, do. Yeah. That's what I thought you might. That pressure is for likely advance coming. I'm going to position my king to b8 to be able to take over guard duty. There it is. The knight gets pushed. The knight gets pushed. Pawn storm is engaged. The knight has to release, which means I'm going to have to really speed up this side of the board. Really speed this up. Queen positions. Okay, Dalen. Okay. Well, in Dalen's case, this is kind of weird. I can't go there. I could go there. Well, I'm going to go ahead and kingside castle on this one, even though it's kind of antithetical, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. And then I've got to run this kingside fast and hard. I've got to run the kingside fast and hard. See where that goes. I was going to see if there's a Twitch. I see I keep dropping off, guys. Don't let that scare you. It's just the hotel connection. It's weak. Who knows what it's doing to the stream? The stream may be fading out quite a bit too. What am I looking for? Oh yeah. Let's go see if there's a Twitch, if this can handle a Twitch connection. It may not be able to handle my phone being on a Twitch connection. Let's see. Bishop takes bishop. Yeah, and see, I can't take back with the A pawn. I can only would because of the rook. I can trade there. It wouldn't be a big deal. It's going to be a distraction. I don't really want to do that. So I'll use the C pawn. All right, now see where Dalen comes in next. That's interesting. I've had a couple of follows already. That's great. And a subscription. Thank you, Pocky Pink, but thank you for your subscription. Quan, thank you for your follow. Okay, let's see here. I should expect that queen to engage. So I'm going to engage on my own time here. Queen, that's queen. There's the rook. I expected that. That makes perfect sense. So let's keep maneuvering. Boy, let's keep maneuvering. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. So I'm going to let that simmer a minute. It was worth a prod. It was worth a prod. What Lincoln come up with here. So, all right. I certainly appreciate the subscriptions. If we could get subscriptions on the Twitch stream, these Monday night sessions to get large enough, boy, that would be a nice way to fund the college program. That would be a beautiful way to fund it. Like I say, well, Dalen here is representing the Missouri S&T team that we're planning for next January in Seattle. Lincoln is going to be part of the MU chess club, hopefully. You never know. He might get his shot playing as an alternate with the university's funded team. There's the C file threat. Knew that was coming. Got to make a pathway. So F4. Just a matter of when. Okay, the knight pulls back. I'm not worried about that at the moment. So let's play. I'll trade with you, Balin. I'll trade with you. I'll trade knight bishop with you. Now, there it is. He slid past. He didn't open it up. He's going to challenge on that B file. Okay. Got to prepare. Challenge slide. Can't do that. Challenge slide. I got to do something. I got to get some tempo on my side here. So this direction. Ooh, because he's got all kinds of power coming at me down that C file. I don't think I can reflect it fast enough. There's a cutback. I need rook support for this one. That isn't enough. Oh, but that's what I'm looking for. That will work. There we go. That'll give me just a tad bit of breathing room in the game with Lincoln. With Dalen, I need some more help here. We'll save the queen battle off for a minute. Now, I have to be cautious of Dalen pulling the same thing Lincoln is, that dual hemisphere attack with the rooks. That is a risk I'm taking here. Okay, Lincoln recognizes the threat there. Very good. But it also positions him for a nice B file, strengthening the B file idea. So I got to be prepared for that. I am going to shift this rook to the C file. This is not my original intent. Do I have time to do that later? Perhaps. I'm going to shift this rook to the F file. I think I know where he's going, though. And I don't think I'm going to have time to action enough counter pressure to be able to make it all fit. There's the thing. Dalen picked up on the dual hemisphere idea. Okay, well, speed is the key. See what we can do. There it is. Lincoln found it. I knew he would. I knew he would. Okay, well, I'm going to shift again. So keep shifting, shifting, shifting. Bob and weave, bob and weave. That square so bad. There. Okay, well, let's fall back for a minute. Yeah. And my connection with Lee Chess is weak again. Okay. I should have got coked out before I started this. I'm already getting thirsty. I taught from 7 o'clock to 2 o'clock straight in a library here in Raleigh today. A lot of needs to see the community kind of slowly from the background coming in. That's going to provide money to make regular in-person trips to the students that are interested in playing on college team. But I've got to find 2 more. Got to get the number up to 12. And actually, I need to get it up. I need to find 4 more because I found out one family's moving to St. Louis, which will be fun for those kids because St. Louis is just a beautiful place to play scholastic chess. So many opportunities. You got 2 major college programs with Webster and And St. Louis University, highly funded master programs. You've got um, got to challenge that. Got St. Louis Chess Scholastic Center course with their master high level connections. Got the game held Scholastic in St. Louis for, gosh, what, it's probably approaching 50 years now, half a century. It laid the groundwork for everything else that's happening in St. Louis. There's a tactic there I should have considered. Have I had that for a while? I did have that unless we had a credible threat on the C file that I needed to address. So definitely that was a credible threat. Yeah. But there's an opportunity here that I had not considered. Huh. Interesting. Very, very interesting to me. It's either goes really bad or really good for me very quickly here. Very, very quickly. It's going to go bad or good. Thank you for those of you that are viewing the stream. It's great to have viewers that are staying with us. Appreciate it. We'd like to build this stream higher. Try Monday. Try to do something. Getting the billing out. All those administrative things a professional chess coach has to deal with. So it is what it is. It's the life. It's part of it. But at least we're on. That's why I stayed in town in Raleigh tonight to make sure I can try to get this signed. This week. This is the possibilities that are building up. There are defense options, there are attacking options, lots of different tempo considerations here. Something that could be kind of crazy, but it hopefully will work. Hopefully. Where's that problem? I do see one problem. And I'm not thrilled with that problem. Not thrilled at all with that problem. And again, my idea. Yeah, that's too big a problem. That is definitely too big a problem. So I can't do that. Waiting. I would draw the idea I had here. And I want to see if they can find it. So, yeah, I'm sure you viewers can find it as well. You know, we have that old saying in chess, at least around the area I'm from, follow your checks to checkmate. And theory that was kind of working in my head here. It looked like it was a move short the longer and deeper I looked into it. So ran out of checks. That's a problem. That would have been a problem. Ooh, 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 wait a minute. Maybe it's back on. Maybe tactical idea is back on. I just saw another compensating factor that could make it worthwhile. Huh. Maybe it does work. Maybe it does work. Wow. Maybe so. So interesting. So interesting. See, it's Lincoln's move. Lincoln did good. Lincoln could disrupt this whole idea with one specific idea here. It's not going to be a comfortable move, though. I'm confident of that. It's something that will require taking some mental risk, but I think it would be effective on his part. But it would change the entire approach for both of us, probably, to this game. I don't know. We'll see. I tend to always miss something, right? That's why I'm the player I am. That's why I have a database project to help me build lungs stronger than my natural inclinations when I'm working with students for tournaments. Okay. Dalen's still with me, right? I think he is. Yeah, he's still there. Why does it say I'm? When did they tell me Dalen moved? Well, that's a pain. Why didn't Lee Chess tell me Dalen moved? That's weird. Sorry, Dalen. How long that's been sitting there? Well, yeah, definitely that's the move. That's the first idea. Okay, let's take care of that problem. Why didn't they switch it? Lee Chess should have switched me over to that board. That's weird. Okay, now, well, obviously that doesn't work for me. So, okay. You know what? Again, I dealt with I let Lincoln distract me with the threat, and I didn't stay focused on the plan. Okay, we got to be better than that. Okay, let's do this. Okay. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I can't believe I forgot the plan. Let me see if, since Lincoln isn't automatically switching me over, why was it? Lincoln's still thinking. Okay. They're both still thinking. Oh, let me look at Lincoln's game just to beat myself up for forgetting my plan here. Check it one more time. 1, 2. Yeah. Yeah, I missed an opportunity there. Definitely missed an opportunity there. Okay, we know. Okay. This feels like a wasted move. Oh, especially with the knight play. I really don't want to do this. Boy, I really don't. Gosh, I don't want to do this so badly. I need support over here, though. Really, is it really going to be that way? Guess so. I didn't want to do this, but I'm going to do it. Dalen, you put me in a good position. You put me in a hard pressure position there. Shoot. Dalen, he forced me into a tactical position I really didn't want to get into, but he may get it. He may very well get it here. Lincoln's still working this out. Okay. Look at this again. Take. Okay. Attack, attack, attack. Yeah, that should work. Attack. This should work. I messed it up. I missed the opportunity. The question is whether it'll still be a leader after Lincoln's next move. This is bigger trouble. That's what I was afraid of. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, here we go. Queen trade offer is. Wasn't really how I wanted to play this. It is what it is. You can still thinking on this one. Supposed to operate lead chess or what's affecting connection. There we go. Now the knight's going to get a nice free check in. If Dalen wants it, it's there. Otherwise, that knight has got some tremendous outpost ability where it's at. So it doesn't have to rush things here. Absolutely does not have to rush things, but I'm going to have to do some big shifts. There it is. Yes, that's a problem for me. There, and he found the issue. See, guys, I had to get my queen to this square first. If I played here instead of messing around with this pawn over here, that would have given me such potential. I'm not saying I could make it a winning advantage, but it would let me cause Lincoln a lot of trouble. But I did not get it done. So now we're going to have to play a really slow game, which probably favors Lincoln in the long run here. Probably. There it goes. That's the shift that it was very troublesome. He's coming quick. He's coming fast. He's blocking off angles, doing all the things he's supposed to do. Now, the question is, how do I make this? How do I compensate for all this craziness I've created? If I move the knight, the rook's trade on f8. Then pawn promotes for distraction. Or, you know what? That's a big or. We've got to play for the or, I think. So let's play for the or. It's either going to be a back mate or nothing. Yep, rook is there. That forces the action here. Oh, I'm gonna regret having not taken the initiative on that move. I am going to regret not taking the initiative on Lincoln's game. That was a distraction mistake on my part. Truly a distraction mistake on my part. How do we play this? It's tough. It's crazy. Lots of crazy here. Lots of crazy. Oh, I can't believe I missed that tactic. After the Simul is over, guys, I will review the tactic again. Okay, the queen went there. Since the queen went there, I believe I can come back here now. We shall see if I can. I gotta do something, right? Gotta do something. I think I need to control these trading squares. So I have an idea, but I don't know if it's going to work. It's still too slow though. Dalen's got a really nice position here. And in Lincoln's position, we're looking at a back rank mate if I don't make the aggression work. We're looking at a back rank mate if I don't make the aggression work. There we go. Now, okay, I could check, but then the king just slides in front of the pawn and I'm locked up forever and ever and ever. I could trade. The king comes out with a little bit of exposure. Yeah, okay. I can't afford to trade on F3 or an F. I can't afford to trade on F4, but I need the exposure. So, all right, went back. Ooh, that's a nice angle. Lincoln found an angle to take care of both problems at one time. Well done. Well done. How do I work about this? How do I work about this? Okay, I suppose we could play this direct method, right? We can play the direct method here. Let's see. Let's see. Everything's got Lincoln in a fairly defensive posture, but do not underestimate the attacking value he has here in this position. One scintilla, minuscule mistake slip on my part, and this all falls. My game falls apart like a house of cards. It's really that delicate for me. Lincoln just has to hold. He just has to hold the pressure until I screw something up. That's really what's going on here. Just hold the pressure until I screw something up. That's all Lincoln really needs to do when you get right down to it. He just needs to hold the pressure until I screw something up. That's a nice move. That's a nice move, Dalen. That is a nice move. My only answer to that move is to bring this. Ooh, I can't do that. You're going to fork the rook. I cannot abide a fork. I cannot allow a fork right now. So I'll bring the rook over here and try to get around this. Now let's see if Lincoln's got something cooked up for me here. Lincoln's still thinking on this one. Lincoln's still thinking here. Okay. Oh, such pressure point games. Very nice games with both players here. Very nice games. How do I make this work? How do I make any of this work? Okay, that's fine. That's fine, Dale. That is quite fine. No problem. I'll keep them. I'll keep the meeting open. Right. Okay. It's time to play the gamble. And we both are playing a gamble here. Gosh, this is a big gamble. This is such a big gamble. Yeah. I don't have a choice. Well, I do have a choice, don't I? Maybe I'll use the king. I don't think I. All right. Here it goes. Oh, I could just do. No, I can't do that. That would be so stupid. Okay. Oh boy. Yeah. See, here's the thing, guys. I can't take the rook without it being a back rank mate, but I can't let up the pressure without it being a back rank mate. This is, like I said, this was a house of cards. Lincoln was just waiting for the opening to prod it open. Okay. I really only have one choice here. I got to see what kind of problems I can cause. Because the moment I let up pressure, the game is Lincoln has the game. The moment I let up pressure, Lincoln has the game. The game is over. I could use a pawn, couldn't I? I could use the pawn. Would that help me? Anything's worth a try at this. Okay, so that forces. See, I could do that. That takes the back rank away. Only for 5 moves. But that might be enough time. That might be enough time. Might be. It just might be. All right. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to get this knight, this rook, activated before I end up trading it down. Okay. It's a force. This is such a crazy position for me. So many things. I just don't have time, I don't think. I just don't think I have time. See, I saw that. Lincoln, I did. I saw that. I think you're fine. See, you're fine. You're all fine. You're fine. Or do I? Do I? Do I? Do I? I don't know. Yeah, I waited too long. I probably should have went ahead and checked with the queen. I couldn't. Yeah, I could have. I could have. But I still don't think I had enough checks to make it work. I don't think I had enough checks to make it work. Check. I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm gonna let him take it. Let's make this really artistic. Let's make it artistic. nothing's more special than a promotion queen checkmate. I think those are pretty. All right, Dalen. What I'm going to do with you. Hey, Lincoln. I assume that's you. Oh, you're still connecting. Lincoln, is that you?
Yes.
All right. Thank you for the game. That was a great game.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, let's see what Dalen's pushing to the edge here, but he just needs a little more. He's not that far off this one. I'm gonna try check here. Yeah, I thought I missed a tactical opportunity in your game that really made a difference. But I could be wrong on that one. Definitely could. I'm gonna pop over. If Dalen takes a long think, I'll pop back over to that board. We can look at it a minute on that one. I can't trade here. I can't trade. So, yeah. Okay. Let me see it real quick. Where was it? You made that pawn push, and I thought I let myself get distracted by it.
Yeah, no, I got a really bad position. I don't.
Yeah, this is, and you pushed here. I realized this is what I've been planning, and for some reason I just second guessed myself at the last second, and I should have went ahead and played check in here, I think.
So my idea was to go rook f2, and then rook f2 93 king g1.
Yeah, king g1, right? So
And
then
and I'm just missing. Yeah.
See the
yeah,
rook,
so I missed the rook. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I missed when I was doing the initial analysis while we were playing. I missed that the rook was all of a sudden active in the game again. And that was the whole difference. That was the piece, that was the part of the puzzle I was missing when I was doing my fast analysis in my head. And but if I see that, then I realize I can ignore your pawn attack here and just roll through this. But
what if I play king h1 instead?
Okay, let's try that. So if you play king h1, I'm still going to take, right?
If you take my rook, then I take on
with the
a7, I think.
Right. And then
I
that
think
might
it's
work.
mating.
Let's see, that might work. That might work, Lincoln. Let's see. If I go here, it's definitely mate. If I go, so that means I can't take without it being mate. So I have to go here.
And then queen b7, king d6,
right.
Queen d7. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, see, you still have it covered. So king h1 saves you. So I didn't.
and if queen h5, then if queen h5, then there's rook h2.
Yeah, let's see. Okay, so that's right.
King g1.
So king back here.
Or yeah,
king h1. King h1. Right. So if we have the check here, yeah, you're right. The rook just interposes. That's no big deal. You can manage that easily. So yeah. Okay. King h1 was your saving move. Yeah. So okay. Well, I'm not feeling so bad now that I didn't pull the trigger on it.
And then in the final position when you took my rook. That was sort of, I was trying to trick you. I knew it's a bad move because if you don't take, then it's good for you.
If I don't, okay.
Like if we go to move 36.
36. Okay.
If you don't take, it's really good for you. But if you take, I'm better because of you have to give
Okay,
up your queen.
so I don't take. If I
So if
don't
you go
take,
like queen h6, I have no threat with the move I made.
okay, I see what you're
And
saying. I can just hold you off with my pawn structure and keep you
yeah,
locked out. Locked out. Yeah. As long as my knight holds this square, then your queen stays out.
and you always have ideas of playing knight d4
Yeah.
because
Right.
that can be
That's
scary.
right. Yeah. That
You
was
can't
my
do it.
main.
Yeah, you can't do it now because the
No,
pin.
but
But
if I ever get your queen to shake loose, yeah. Yeah, that was a possibility down the road too. Knight take, draw the check, trade the rook, and take the rook over there, sort of thing. Um, yeah, that was crazy. That was intense, very intense. Let me go check back on Dalen's game here, see what he's
okay, cool.
done to me. There it is. Okay, how we doing on this? Yeah, we've got most of the participants on this Simul group. And you know what? I should get your email sometime so I can add you into the Simul group when I send it out. I'm trying to do it every Monday night while these guys are out in their summer internships and stuff. Um, but sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Um, there's only been a couple of them each week that were able to do it. Depends how long my day gets. So I think here I'm going to go ahead and play the check. I got a chance that he'll push forward. I don't think he will, but so yeah, if I get your email, if you were to just kind of send me an email to trjcamp@aol.com, I can put you into this my address group book for this one. You got it on the chat there. Okay, great. I'll put that into my I'll put that into my email group. Great. Um, okay. And you know, Ben Zhu from Rockledge, who's had the
Yeah, Ben Shu and I played, and we
where is he? He's going to
it's kind of a
Yale.
silly
That's right.
game. Have you seen it?
I don't know. Yeah, no, I haven't played some game online.
Wait, what did you say? Sorry, you lagged.
I said it was the game you all played in the tournament or a game. Yeah, my anyway. So
Yeah, we played. It was at the Mizzou tournament.
okay, I have not seen that game. Huh? I get to talk a bit infrequently, and I don't go over his games hardly anymore since he's not an active student of mine. But um, I'm sure Ben has Ben's an interesting tactician.
Yeah, it
So,
was.
and if you
We
played
both
some
missed
of
something
my,
very silly.
I'm
Um,
gonna play a check here. Oh, I just dropped my rook, didn't it? No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. Yeah. You know, I missed another opportunity to send you a tournament link this last weekend. I hate that I did that, but I thought about it tonight. This weekend was the Missouri class in Kansas City, which would have been a great tournament for you to go to because you could have played just folks in the 1800 to 2000 class and had a lot of chances, nice rating opportunities that way. No, it would have been 5 rounds, a game 2 hours. It's the annual state championship for class play. And
that would have been nice to do. I unfortunately I
yeah.
had a family reunion this weekend.
Oh, okay. Well, and
Couldn't have
it
made it anyway,
would
but
have made it anyway. But kind of keep an eye out this fall. We're trying to get. I've got to take care of both of these problems. I can't take care of both of them at once. This is the worst one. Okay. They're trying to get the Missouri Open in Columbia this fall. So
that's good.
yeah, if they're able to, I'm trying to help Thomas. And Thomas and Truman and I are working on trying to figure out a facility for it. It would be a 2-day open class tournament. And with your rating, you would qualify to play in the what they call the open championship section, which is basically 1600, above 1600. Everyone above 1600 plays together. So you could get to play with the masters and experts that show up, play in the same group with them. That would be a really, really good tournament for you to test yourself with. So I definitely will try to remember to keep you in mind. And obviously by that point, you'll be connected in with the Mizzou group. And so
Right.
Truman will be able to get the word out to the group too about that when we get the plan finalized. But that's another 2-day tournament where it's like game 2 hours. So,
I like those longer game time controls.
Yeah. It's quality chess, just pure and simple. So how did you enjoy playing in the Bill Wright in St. Louis?
That was the first tournament I played in, right?
Yeah.
I think, yeah, that was fun. I enjoyed it. I had a really bad first game, and then the next games were, I think, pretty good. Well, okay.
You made them work, right?
Right. Yeah. I think I was losing in every single game but one of them. So.
Yeah, that's the way it goes sometimes. As long as you find a way to make it work, though. Yeah, Dayland just needs to break through here. Okay, I can't worry about that. I can come back. Yeah, the Bill Wright. I actually knew Bill Wright. In the early days of my tournament career, I played with Bill quite a bit. And actually, we were on the Missouri State Chess Association board together for several years. So he was a great guy. Really, really good chess representative for St. Louis. So,
yeah, they have a really nice club and facilities.
Yeah. Okay, I think really Dayland, he didn't have to move the knight. I think he could have just traded that out. But I understand his caution here. I'm going to keep coming back around. Yeah, I can trade out. Surely he's comfortable trading out now. Nope, I guess not. Well, I'm going to keep coming around then. Longer he takes to engage me here, more chances I have to try to pull this draw out. So, yeah. Well, it's good to get a chance to talk to you.
Yeah.
Things really able to get together. Did you pursue any more, read any more up on the tournament director certification?
I haven't, no.
Okay. All right. I think I sent you a couple of links on that. I may not have really. I just told you that there was a reading. Basically, as I understand it, the qualification is still the same as it used to be when I started, and that is that you just have to sign a certificate saying that you have read the rule book. You purchased a copy of the rule book and read it, and it is a boring, dry, 300-page long thing, but you need to know it, especially if you end up playing. You end up directing a tournament with some of the higher level players, or if you direct a scholastic tournament with high level high-level parents, oh God, you gotta know it. They would drive you nuts. So, but yeah, that's really all it takes, and then it's just a matter of having an affiliate either signing on, like me adding you as a director qualified to work to run tournaments for my affiliate, or you getting signed on with Andrew's affiliate there that's doing the tournaments at Mizzou, or just any of the affiliates in the area decided to, or you could start your own affiliate if you wanted, to run the tournaments under your own flag. But that's really what it kind of gets down to. But I want to talk to you sometime about the possibility of doing some things at the little office building that I have my office at.
Okay. Yeah.
Just like 4-player. I tested some 4-player tournaments where they weren't really tournaments. They were just kids getting together for 2 rounds of rated play that would qualify for me to submit for them to get some rated games in. But that would be something, but it's something I don't have a lot of time to do,
Right.
because my teaching schedule is just so busy.
Mm-hmm.
If I was just around doing the online coaching and someone else was administering the game tournaments, we would meet the criteria that the USCF has lays down for that. So that's something we can talk about. See if it's something that's workable.
Yeah. I would definitely want to run some tournaments for especially younger players in Columbia, because I know my students are pretty interested in that, and
so how many are you teaching right now?
Only 2.
Okay.
It's mostly a side thing.
Sure. No, I understand.
Because yeah, I'm working at LA Nickel, the golf course in Columbia.
Yeah.
And so, that takes up a lot of time.
Oh yeah, I understand that. I understand. I'm going to get this action away from my team. I think that's better for me. Yeah, no, I understand. Yeah, my coaching work started as something I did after work when I was working for J.C. Penney, and I just was trying to get some playing partners around, so my son would have someone to play with in some tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
I got started, but then I was teaching out of the arcade in the old the old student union in the middle of campus. Got all kinds of video games going on around me while I was teaching kids. So,
Mm-hmm.
but the old bowling alley, T.A. Brady's. But anyway, it's fun. It's great, and I'm getting ready to release a fundraising. I've started some GoFundMe pages to try to raise some money to get some facility funding built up so that I can reactivate my tournament series. Because I used to run, before the pandemic, I would run 5 to 7 tournaments every year for kids, rated tournaments for kids in Columbia.
Mm-hmm.
And when we got shut down, I was actually up to like 50 kids at the tournament.
Wow. Yeah.
So it's possible, but it's just now I lost during the pandemic, during the whole, right before the pandemic shut down, I lost access to my really inexpensive facility. And the school facilities in Columbia are just so expensive to rent. So
Really?
oh yeah. For me to rent a gymnasium and a cafeteria so they have a waiting area for the parents, because you got to have separation.
Right.
You're talking $1,000 for a Saturday.
That's insane.
At an elementary or high school or middle school in Columbia, as far as the Columbia public schools go. Now, the Columbia Independent School is willing to cut me a deal where they'll let me do it for $300. And that's great. That's still more money than I've got. And I only
Right.
charge $10. I only charge $10 an entry for player for entry fee, which is the market rate in Missouri. And that just covers awards and ratings and the fact that I provide all the memberships for the kids. I don't make any kids in Columbia pay for USCF memberships. I pay for them out of the bulk membership program deal that I have with the USCF. But $10 gets used up really fast in that process. So it takes
Mhm.
2 tournaments before players' entry fees actually start generating any kind of extra revenue. So, and unfortunately, the history of Columbia players in my observation has been if I can get 3 tournaments out of them, that's doing really great in a year.
Yeah. That's
But
maybe there's like some
anyway, and
church
like I said, I
or
started these GoFundMe pages. I'm gonna
the university.
group, see if we, as far as the university goes, yeah, they're just about as bad, to be honest. And they're, I forget um, what it was going to cost me the last time I priced it out with them, but I'll say it was $600 to $800 for me to get a room that I thought was going to be big enough with the preset. Um, I would, one thing I want to talk to Truman about is whether the MU club would want to use their, I think they must have finally gotten able to get free access again. They couldn't do that for a while. And that's why Charlie stopped the MU tournament series. But they must, I think Andrew must be getting free, Andrew and Truman must be getting free access again, which is
Yeah.
great. And if we can kind of dovetail the Scholastic Tournament Series on campus with them a little bit that way, that would be progress. That would be a possibility.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, it's still the best place for Scholastic tournaments is in the schools where the kids go, because that's where the
Hmm.
families are really comfortable coming, and that's where you can draw new families in easily, as they just get curious about what's going on in the building at their school.
I'm really surprised though that the schools don't want chess tournaments. You know, like it seems like something they would want.
Yeah, you would think so. And the irony is, Dr. Steepleman, the former superintendent, still is actually today, because I'm still coaching his kids. He's been one of my long time chess parents,
Hmm.
but he never felt like he had enough clout to get through the bureaucracy, the athletic department's bureaucracy, to try to push through chess as an organized sport for Columbia, because Misha has approved chess as a emerging activity about 6 years ago.
Okay.
They haven't set any regulations for tournament play because they require 50 school districts to sign up and say they were interested in participating before they'll even write rules for Misha participation. And we got close like 3 years in a row. We got to 49. But
Wow.
guess which school district wasn't part of the participation group?
Columbia.
Yeah. I had to answer so many questions over the years from St. Louis coaches about why isn't Columbia bringing this thing home? So, and so now the St. Louis schools have started backing off. They stopped voting for it, even though they fund chess programs in St. Louis. A lot of the school districts do. They're actually
Hmm.
funded programs there. That's why Gateway Chess League is so strong and has been for so long.
Well, they also have all the good like Caruana and so all the very strong pro players, right?
Yeah, but those guys have nothing to do with the school program. That's kind of the
True,
sad
right?
thing
Okay. Yeah.
with all those, with the school funding came long before they ever came to St. Louis.
Mm. Yeah.
The school programs are like 30 and 40 years old. in St. Louis. They actually laid the groundwork for all those big time programs to come to St. Louis and the Scholastic Club to come to St. Louis. Okay, I can sneak something around here if he doesn't pay attention to his timing. So I'm gonna try it. So, yeah, anyway, I try not to think about that too much. Okay. Okay, Dalen, finish it off. Come on, pull the trigger. There we go. There we go. All right. Dalen's going to join us here in a minute. He sent a note he was going to jump on because there was something in his games he wanted to look at. So wait for him to pop on here. So there he is. But anyway, I think there's possibility. We'll have to sit down and talk about it, see if we can come together, come to something we can so that works for both of us in the formats. Hello, Dalen. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. My internet's pretty bad, so hopefully you'll be able to hear everything I say.
No, you're doing fine. Trust me. The internet I'm using is Rala Hotel. Woo, I wasn't even sure the Zoom was going to hold on.
All right.
The stream was going to hold on all that you were looking at, what I'm interested in. So I'll just start it from the front here, and you can just stop me when we get to something you were kind of question on. Playing a version of this in that correspondence game you've been picking at. But we took a little bit of a different turn here. I think what you're playing tonight, I think it plays out better than what we've had going on in the online game, but I'm not sure. So, this was a tactic that it's been kind of experimental to me and I don't use it a lot, but there are times when I just take the chance with it just to see what I can do with it.
There you go. Funny enough, I think we've actually had like this position before. Can you hear me okay?
We may have. Okay, I knew I needed to. Yeah, I can hear you. I hear you. We're good.
Okay. Would you mind going back to, let's see, move 16?
Okay.
I was a little confused here because, yeah, I kind of felt like you allowing this trade kind of loses positionally. Because your whole idea is that you sack the knight for 2 pawns, like for an attack, right?
Well, it was just to keep the pin off. It's really, truly all it was there. So.
Okay, I see. I just kind of felt like when you allow the exchange to happen.
When you broke the pin, that tactical idea. Yeah. The reason I'm comfortable with all this is because of the open files. That's the tactical idea that I'm going for as my payoff in all this mess in here. Okay. I'm just trying to get these 2 files open, and then I'm gambling on the idea that I'm going to be able to swing rooks over fast enough to take advantage of that. That didn't happen. But
all right, I got you. I was just curious what you were thinking, like what the idea was. Where was the next?
Yeah.
So right around move 22 when you played F4, I missed it on stream, but I feel like you said you thought you had another move that you could have played, or am I mistaken?
Oh, here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I was considering. I considered opening it up with the trade, but I didn't like that it brought your knight into the engagement, so that kind of bugged me. The other thing I was thinking about on that was that the rook slide. They probably should have probably timed the rook slide over into it with the idea of coming up here. But the problem I had was you threat off the pin. And that was an issue. Now, looking at it at this moment, taking a breath to think about it, I probably should have just broken the pin with King H8 and left it alone. And then I could have proceeded with all these plans and been okay. Because that threat off of the pin was the timing. Was the tempo problem bias, and I was trying to figure out how I was going to be around the tempo capture that makes sense.
Okay.
Can you hear me, David?
Sort of. It's kind of very, it
Okay.
cuts out a lot. But yeah, I actually
Okay.
I didn't even think about that you could just put your king on the H file. Like, I just assumed you would have to defend it somehow.
Yeah.
Which now that I look at it, I mean, I think I'm still fine if you play that, but I do kind of lose a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
And then, let me see.
I think you're right. I think I'm the one. Yeah, I'm still on the defensive in all of this. So
Yeah. Which I was even considering at one point, like doubling up the rooks on the H file and just like really going all in,
yeah.
but didn't end up happening that
Yeah,
way.
and I've done that before. When I've had that
Mhm.
kind of a pin like position, I've done that. I've had some relatively good success with that. It's all about, and that's where speed, the speed of the doubling comes in. It has to tempo out right to make it worthwhile. But
Right.
yeah,
Another
in the
little,
moment you would have started that shift, I would have. Mhm.
I didn't mean to interrupt you if I did. I think there's a delay for me.
No, you're
Anyway,
probably
on
okay.
move 29, I play rook F1. I was looking at some line I thought maybe you could play, so I was just kind of interested to see like if there's a
Yeah, let's
continuation.
see. Yeah,
So,
I
so I was looking at rook takes F1, king takes F1,
yeah.
rook F8. Then when the king goes back, you can end up what was the exact idea? I feel like I'd looked at a line where you could like, oh yeah.
We get to it on the analysis board. We can play through.
Yeah, you end up with rook F7 and you like potentially win some of my like starting rank pawns at the end of all that. Which I guess I don't have to put the king there. I don't have
Yeah,
to put
you
the
know,
king on G7
right. You're right. If you put the king G2,
or G2,
then
yeah.
you're right. I can sack this pawn for these two, these three. The question is, can I get out of trouble with your knight and rook? Because your knight and rook are pretty established here. So I don't know if I'm fast enough coming around this side. It's the only option I have.
Mm-hmm.
It would be better than what I did. But
Yeah.
it would be a race to see if I could make this side work while you're making this side work.
Um, I'm
Your
sorry,
pieces,
I have to interrupt, but
yeah.
I have to go to bed. So good night.
Okay, all right. I saw your challenge. We'll get a game in here sometime.
Yeah, no, for sure.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
See you.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right.
Which I
Okay.
guess I
Yeah.
could just put the king on E2 and like not worry about it anyway, but or somewhere else. Well, I guess well, yeah, then that does change the nature of the position quite a lot though. My king ends up
Yeah.
on the other side.
I think it's better for your king to be on this side
Hmm.
because it's gonna take me a while to pick all this off and then move pawns, and all that time your king can keep advancing through here. The king and rook and knight can keep advancing through with these.
Yeah. Which maybe I guess I'm interested to see what the engine says. To me that seems
Square lines.
kind of slow, but maybe not.
Well, I think that it's going to be faster than what I can do. That may
Mm,
be
let's see.
um,
Oh,
because
interesting.
I've got once I make this attack line, I think I'm committed to that side. Yeah, what's
Yeah.
the engine telling you?
The engine likes king takes G3, rook takes C2, and then bringing my rook back to H2 and provoking either a trade or you have to move off of that file or
Yeah,
rank, I
yeah,
guess.
there you go. There you go. That would work. That makes sense.
Dang engines. And then, I mean, obviously we get into the end game soon, and I feel like I made that kind of hard on myself, and I probably didn't have to.
Yeah.
But regardless, there was one point I was interested in. Let's see if I can find it.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, yeah. So an
Okay.
idea I had. So move 30, king takes, or right before king. Wait, hold up. Wait. What? Okay, yeah, yeah. You play king takes f8, and I ended up taking the pawn, I think.
Right.
Well, I had an idea here, and let's see what the engine thinks. Engine thinks it's okay, but not great. So I had the idea rook h8, forcing a rook trade, and then I end up in a knight
Were
and
you
pawn
looking at
endgame.
okay? That's what I was expecting. That's what I was expecting. Right.
Yeah.
That's what I was basically preparing myself mentally for. And I thought that that works fine
Hmm.
for you. You just
Yeah.
have to there and then eventually the passer you need.
Hmm. Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought that was surely winning, but then I ended up deciding that it's kind of tough. Like I felt like it might be more difficult, but then
Yeah.
we kind of danced around and I kind of ended up in the same endgame anyway. So it didn't,
Right.
I guess I get a pawn for it, but
Yeah. So yeah.
and
Yeah.
then I do eventually get the knight around, pry the king out.
Yeah.
Maybe that there must have been a more efficient way to do this, but I guess it works in the
Yeah.
end.
You made it work. But yeah, I think if we looked at it long enough and let the databases and the engines pop it through, we would probably find if I imagine we could find about 10 moves worth of efficiency that we could have helped each
Yeah,
other with to get
yeah, I
this
could
game
definitely
tightened
see
up.
that.
But yeah,
Yeah.
so
Anyway, I thought it was an interesting game. I was kind of
yeah,
just curious about your thoughts.
yeah, no, that's kind of what I was where I was going with some of those things. So
Mm-hmm.
I had a situation in Lincoln's game that I thought I was going to be able to exploit pretty heavily. And when we did the after game analysis, we realized that he had one move. Always there's one move
Yeah.
saved him. That would have saved him. So it was just as well that I didn't pull the trigger on the
Hmm.
idea.
I didn't
So
look at that game much, but the
yeah,
couple times I glanced at it, it just looked like chaos. Like there's just so much
yeah.
going on there. Or at
It
least
was
like the pawn structure I thought was kind of interesting and
very, very intense game. Um, his he plays this knight f3 opening, and he plays it very well.
mm,
His 2100 rating is probably actually not far off what his over the board rating should be. He's relatively new in tournament play. He's kind of like Kevin. He was an unknown player that spent most of his time online, just cremating people online, and then he just
mm,
jumped into the tournament scene this spring. And he's sitting on like a provisional. His provisional rating is like 1798 or something.
wow, that's not too shabby. I just think it's
And
cool to
he
see
just needs
how
to get some more.
yeah, how like online players translate into over the board. It's kind of an
Yeah.
interesting.
As a general rule, as a general rule, they have trouble translating over, but every now and then you find that player who's patient enough and who, like Lincoln, actually prefers long games online, so that tends
Mhm.
to trend better transitioning over the board play because they don't get so rattled about having to take their time finding moves and positions.
Yeah,
you
I could
know,
definitely see that.
I thought that was, I think that's, if there's one thing I think that holds Kevin back sometimes is that he's such a fast calculator from his blitz lines, his blitz experience, that sometimes he doesn't put enough time effort into his calculations and he gets caught off guard by longer thinkers. So I know I felt like that happened in Washington. We were at the Pan Ams a couple of times. But yeah, that's the real challenge, I think, for most online players and their translation over. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I could definitely see
he
how that's a struggle.
yeah. So well, I'm hoping. I was telling Lincoln, I just Xavier and I are supposed to meet later this week in Columbia to do some talking, but I basically have set up some GoFundMe pages for trying to raise the money for covering my coaching costs for driving back and forth from Columbia to Rolla on Mondays to spend time in person with y'all during session during semester. And then I've raised a fundraising page to cover the travel to the Pan Am in January. They've set the Pan Am for Seattle. So
nice.
the first weekend in January in Seattle. So I'm still waiting to see what the hotel cost is going to be negotiated at. They're still negotiating it, evidently, because they haven't released the pricing yet.
Nice.
And so some of the packed pieces are coming together, but I started out with a base funding target that is really probably much higher than we need, but make sure that we have what we need. And then worst case scenario, Dr. Trimble has already said that if he's still around and kicking, he'll write a check for the team to travel on. But
nice.
he really wants us to try to find some funding partners that can replace him as the anchor. So that's understandable. So
yeah.
well,
it's still a new club,
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll get it worked out.
Yeah, he he paid all of the hotel and airport expenses last January in Washington for us. So
Oh wow.
yeah. So it's great to have a benefactor that at least is helping us get started. But right now I've got 10. It's kind of a fluke that anyone in the Rolla community found out that I was popping in on campus, but slowly word got out in the community, and now I'm up to 10 Scholastic players that are meeting with me in their library.
Oh wow.
So if I get up to 12, their lesson fees will fund my trips. But I'd rather see us have funders, have sponsors funding my coaching trips, and us be able to offer the club and me be able to offer the lessons to the Scholastic players in the community is kind of a community service of the club, kind of an extension of the club sort of thing. I think that would be a nice touch in the community. So,
yeah, that would be super cool, actually. I think that'd be dope.
So we'll see, but it's been interesting. So where are you hanging out this summer?
Just at home.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you had an internship somewhere or something. I know some of the guys had internships and stuff.
No, hopefully I'll manage to get one next semester, but
Okay,
only been 1 year, so it's a little hard as a
that's
freshman.
right. Yeah. It's usually a sophomore, junior thing anyway. So
Yeah.
So all right, well, sounds good. Well, I'm gonna keep trying. I'm gonna be. Looks like I'm gonna be heading to Rolla every Monday for the next 5-6 weeks here. So, so I'm gonna try to be hanging out in this hotel. It's really nice to do these simuls. So hopefully we'll catch you some more events.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Well, it's nice talking to you.
Yeah.
Thanks for hosting games.
All right.
Okay. I'll see
Bye.
you another time. Bye-bye.
Okay, guys. Well, thanks a lot for joining us tonight. And hey, I hope it's been fun. I hope you learned something from our games. And Y'all have a great week. We'll try it again next Monday. Bye.